How's it going, everyone? So we have some transactional news that has happened with the Green Bay Packers today. Three of them, two of note. So first one is that the Packers have re-signed one of their own offensive linemen. No, it is not Elton Jenkins, but it's offensive tackle in Zach Tom, who gets a well-deserved contract extension. So it's worth 4 years, or it's tweeted out by Tom Pelissero, that it is a 4-year, $88 million contract extension with a max value of $92 million. The deal includes a $30.2 million signing bonus, which is the largest signing bonus of an offensive lineman in the history of the NFL. And well deserved, but despite him getting the most money in a signing bonus, he is still not the most or the highest paid right tackle in the business. It actually puts him at the fourth highest, with Tristan Wirfs, Penei Sewell, and Lane Johnson all getting paid more than him, but he is above Jawan Taylor. So he gets the most money off the bat in the signing bonus, but isn't going to be the most cost per year right tackle in the league. He'll be at $22 million on average a year, so not too bad, especially since Zach Tom has been amazing for us over there at right tackle. Then moving along, the Packers did release a player, and that is kicker Alex Hale. Tom Silverstein reported this, or tweeted out, saying Packers have released kicker Alex Hale off the non-football injury list. He was their international pathway player, which means that spot is open. Considering they released an international pathway player, they have 3 roster spots, 2 regular roster spots, and then 1 international roster spot that they can fill. So pretty much a max of 3 players before training camp, or at least during this training camp season, before the regular season, of course. But unfortunately, Alex Hale, he had a freak injury to where he suffered an eye injury while working out, and he needed to take several weeks off. So with that injury, they probably don't want Brandon McManus to take all the kicks. So they released him, considering he still did count towards the 90-man roster, or 91-man roster, considering he's an international player. And I can see them bringing in another body to kick, because I highly doubt they want Brandon McManus to take all the kicks during training camp. Just a thought. They haven't signed a kicker yet, but I do expect them to sign one in the very near future, especially at the start of training camp. But with his release, they also did sign another player, which was a wide receiver in Will Shepherd. So Will Shepherd actually comes out of Colorado, of the NFL draft this year, played in Colorado for his final year. Came into the draft and didn't get drafted, unfortunately, but came into this year's draft with a RAS score of 8.72, height of 6'2", and a vertical jump of 40.5 inches and a broad jump of 10 feet and 6 inches. He had a 40-yard dash of 4.59 seconds, so not the fastest, but he is tall, and had a shuttle time of 4.31 seconds. So kind of average numbers on the agility and the 40-yard dash, but has the measurements in with his height, his vertical jump, and his broad jump. Now, for his time at the collegiate level, he spent 5 years, 4 of them starting off with Vanderbilt. In his 4 years at Vanderbilt, he played 42 games, had 152 receptions, and 2,067 yards for 21 touchdowns. His best season out of Vanderbilt was his junior year, where he had 60 receptions, 776 yards, and 9 touchdowns. After his 4 years at Vanderbilt, he transferred over to Colorado, and then in that 1 year with Colorado, played 13 games, had 48 receptions, 621 yards, and 6 touchdowns. And then according to NFL.com, for his draft profile, he was a fifth-year senior with steady catch production over the last 4 seasons. Shepherd has good size and average speed. However, he will run routes below his optimal play speed and leaves too many routes unfinished. His ball skills are much better down the field than underneath, and he toggles between a spectacular catch and a frustrating lack of catch finishing. He sees a high number of routes contested, but lacks the feistiness to win those battles at a high encounter rate. And I am a little bit shocked they're bringing in another receiver, considering I thought they might bring in another corner. Obviously, they're probably going to bring in another kicker, and maybe another position amongst the offensive line, considering Elton Jenkins isn't showing up. But they brought in a receiver, so that's another receiver in a very, very crowded room. Highly doubt he's going to make it, but something to note, at least because the Packers did make this move. So just kind of putting it out there, Will Shepard has joined the Packers as a wide receiver, most likely as a camp body though. But that's about all the Packers have done today. Training camp once again starts this Wednesday, and we'll see where that lies. I haven't seen the depth chart come out, or an unofficial depth chart, so kind of still waiting on that. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.